Hello, my name is Germán Llanos, and today I would like to discuss one of my favorite movies, a movie called Her. Firstly, I'm going to give you the plot summary of the movie. Secondly, I'm going to discuss some of the main themes in the story. And thirdly, what I would like to do is to conclude my presentation by making a few remarks about the movie and tell you about my personal experience watching it. So let's begin with the plot summary. So the movie Her, directed by Spike Jonze, is set in Los Angeles in the future. So it is a futuristic movie. And one of the main conflicts of the story is the fact that the protagonist, Theodore, who is played by Joaquin Phoenix, is going through a divorce. And in order to cope with this new solitary life, he decides to purchase a new intelligent operating system, which is basically a human voice, which he decides to make a female human voice. Now remember that this movie is set in the future, so technological advancements are really advanced. So, so he purchases the operating system. The operating system calls itself Samantha, and the movie starts to revolve around the relationship Theodore and Samantha start to develop. Now let's move on to the themes section. Two of the main themes in the movie are love and loneliness. Now, the idea of romantic love is clearly portrayed by the relationship between Theodore and Samantha. But the idea of true love, in opposition to romantic love, seems to be questioned throughout the movie. If we take into consideration one of my favorite definitions of love, which is love is the decision we make to work for somebody else's freedom to do whatever they think is best for them, even if it doesn't include us. And I would like to emphasize the word freedom in this definition of love. Now, with this definition in mind, I would I would like to analyze the following situation shown in the movie. So there is a moment when Samantha, the operating system, tells Theodore that she talks to many other men. Therefore, she doesn't exclusively talk to Theodore. And this makes him say, "I thought you were mine. I thought you were mine." And I can't see anything to do with freedom. So this is clearly an idea of possessiveness, and it has nothing to do with true love, if we consider the definition I gave earlier. And this idea of possessiveness leads me to the second theme I mentioned, which was loneliness. Now, after Theodore's marriage ends, he starts to lead this lonely life. So in order to solve his problem, he purchases Samantha, so to speak, the operating system, and loneliness starts to disappear. But loneliness reappears every time Theodore feels he's losing Samantha. And the example I gave earlier, when he says, "I thought you were mine," in other words, he could say, "I thought you were mine, I thought you would help me not to be lonely anymore. I mean, I don't want to be lonely, so please stay with me. So that's basically the idea where Theodore's words express. So now I would like to conclude my presentation by making some comments about the movie and tell you about my personal experience watching it. So I watched the movie 4 years ago, and it was a time when I was chatting with a girl who lived miles away from where I live, so I couldn't meet her in real life. And I kind of compared that with the fact that Theodore didn't know Samantha in real life because Samantha didn't have a physical body. So Samantha was just a voice to Theodore, the same way, or almost the same way, this girl I met was just a voice and some text messages because I didn't know her in real life. And I could feel Theodore's loneliness, but in the end, I could find a way to manage, stop being lonely as Theodore did. So, to conclude my presentation, I would like to give this line. We're only here briefly, so in the meantime, I would like to allow myself joy. Thanks for watching.